The learning process, 4 stages of competence. There's a fascinating journey our brains undertake when acquiring a fresh skill. In a world that praises overnight success, it's easy to forget that this process, commonly termed the 4 stages of competence, is gradual and ongoing. It begins with unconscious ignorance, travels a path of conscious efforts, and culminates in unconscious competence, the stage where proficiency is achieved. In this video, we'll delve deeper into these stages, exploring their characteristics and significance in our individual learning journeys. The 4 stages of learning. Unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. Let's explore each level of competence. Unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence is the first stop. At this stage, we don't know what we don't know. Picture being introduced to a foreign language for the first time. You're unaware of the words, the sounds, the grammar, everything about it. It's uncharted territory. Here, the goal is to identify and acknowledge our lack of knowledge, which is often a tricky task as it can be clouded by overconfidence or unawareness. Once this step is taken, the door to learning swings open. Arrogance and ego can keep you trapped in this first stage. Having a beginner's mind and being humble can get you through this process quicker. Conscious incompetence. As we move on, we arrive at conscious incompetence. Now, we're aware of what we don't know. We've recognized our gaps in understanding, and though it might be humbling or even frustrating, it's a crucial step forward. Returning to the language analogy, we know the difference between our native tongue and the new language. This phase typically propels us to seek training or guidance to master the desired skill, fostering a mindset open to learning. At this stage, you understand the right questions to ask to learn and start to fill in your knowledge gaps. Conscious competence. Next, you land at the conscious competence stage. Here, you have gathered a measure of proficiency. But using the newfound skill still requires effort and conscious thought. It's like using a manual transmission car for the first time after training. You can do it, but it demands undivided attention and thought. The more practice at this stage, the more natural the skill becomes. Eventually, the manual process becomes automatic, leading you to the final stage. Unconscious competence. Finally, you arrive at unconscious competence, the pinnacle of your learning journey. The skill has now become second nature, something you can do effortlessly, without thought. Think about typing on your keyboard or riding a bicycle. You don't have to remember the steps consciously. It's a stage of mastery where your unconscious mind handles the skill, leaving your conscious mind free to focus on other tasks. Real-life examples of the 4 stages of competence. Examples of unconscious incompetence. In business. If you have never ventured into entrepreneurship, you might not even realize the intricacies of starting and managing a business, such as handling logistics, marketing, or financial management. At this point, you're in a state of unconscious incompetence. The stock market. Suppose you've never looked into stock trading. You might be unaware of key concepts like trends, technical indicators, a positive expectancy system, or risk/reward ratios. This is unconscious incompetence in the realm of trading. In sports. If you've never tried golf, you might not know the techniques to swing the club correctly or the strategies involved in playing. This scenario is unconscious incompetence in sports. Examples of conscious incompetence. In business. You decide to start an e-commerce business. After researching, you understand many aspects you still don't know about, such as search engine optimization, SEO, or using data analytics for success. In investing. After reading a book on investing, you realize there's a lot you don't understand, such as deciphering balance sheets or portfolio management. In sports. After your first golf lesson, you realize that there's a lot more to the game than just hitting the ball, like understanding the different types of golf clubs or maintaining the correct stance. Examples of conscious competence. In business. A few months into your e-commerce venture, you've learned a lot. You can effectively use SEO strategies and optimize analytic data for success, but each task still demands careful thought and effort. Investing. You've started investing in stocks and can analyze company balance sheets. Yet, every decision requires considerable research and careful thought. Sports. After practicing golf for some time, you can hit the ball correctly and understand the game's nuances, but you still have to think about each movement before you make it. Examples of unconscious competence. Business. After years in the e-commerce industry, you can handle business tasks effortlessly. SEO and analytics strategies flow naturally, and you can do them almost automatically. Investing. You've become an experienced investor. Analyzing balance sheets, recognizing market trends, and making profitable investments have become second nature. Sports. You've become a skilled golfer. You don't think about every movement. Your body knows what to do, and you can focus on advanced strategies and techniques. Key takeaways. The learning process is a voyage through 4 primary stages, each demanding different levels of awareness and effort. Ignorance isn't bliss in the realm of learning. Recognizing and accepting our lack of knowledge is a pivotal first step. Conscious incompetence nudges us toward active learning, making it a vital stage in personal development. Proficiency isn't instantaneous. The conscious competence stage requires consistent practice for the skill to become automatic. At unconscious competence, the skill is embedded in our subconscious, reducing cognitive load and allowing multitasking. In conclusion, embarking on a journey through the 4 stages of competence paints a detailed portrait of how we evolved from being completely oblivious about a skill to eventually executing it easily. This process, while demanding in its progress, showcases the adaptability of the human mind. Each phase, with its unique challenges and triumphs, contributes to our cognitive and personal development. Understanding these stages can offer us a more compassionate and patient approach to learning while shedding light on the significant effort behind every seemingly effortless skill. Experts in every field have used time, repetition, and learning to master specific skills,